combined meeting to order with the Kent County Administrative Complex at 555 Bay Road, Levy Court Chambers. I turn this over to County Administrator Kevin Sipple.
Thank you, Madam President. This meeting is being held in person at 555 Bay Road, Dover, Delaware, in the Levy Court Chambers. We're also making it available via the internet through WebEx. Participants can join us by phone or by computer during the meeting. There will be opportunities for public comment for those attending in person or online. When the President opens a public comment period, those attending in person may step forward to one of the two podiums and be recognized. If you're joining us by phone and wish to comment, please press *3, which will raise your electronic hand. Our operator will identify you and bring you into the meeting. Pressing *6 will mute and unmute your line. If you're online, you will see a hand and microphone icon at the bottom of your screen. Please use those at appropriate times. We ask guests to begin public comments by stating your name and address for the record. The County Attorney will administer an oath of affirmation to anyone giving testimony during a public hearing. We ask that the public comment relate to the subject announced by the President. In addition to public hearings, there are 2 public comment periods, one at the beginning of the meeting for agenda items and one near the end of the meeting for general comments. The meeting is being recorded and will follow the rules and procedures adopted by Levy Court, as well as the Mason Rules of Order. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you. I would ask the invocation to be done by Commissioner Pepper, Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Hertz, moment of silence for troops and first responders by Vice President Scott. All rise.
Thank you, dear Heavenly Father, for allowing us to come together this evening to make decisions that are hopefully pleasing to you and to our constituents. Thank you for everything you've given us, everything you let us have, see, and do. Amen.
At this time, if I could ask for a moment of silence for all of our fire, EMS, police, and military that protect this nation on a daily basis. Thank you.
Ms. Tanaka, roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Present.
Mr. Hall? Absent. Mr. Hertz?
Here.
Mr. Pepper?
Here.
Mr. Scott?
Here.
Mr. Sweeney? Absent. Mrs. Maston?
Present.
Madam President, roll call reveals 5 present, 2 absent.
Let the record show we have 5 members present, 2 absent. Motion to adopt the agenda.
Madam President, I believe Commissioner Hertz has an amendment he'd like to offer.
Yeah, I have an amendment. I'd like to amend the agenda by removing from new business item number 1 from the agenda.
Need motion to amend the agenda.
All right, I make a motion to amend the agenda to remove from new business item number 1, which is to award the 2025 UV gates and actuators project. I'd like to move that off the agenda because my understanding is we don't have to vote on it. It had already been approved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hertz, second by Vice President Scott. Any questions? Roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall? Absent. Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney? Absent. Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 5 yeas, 2 absent.
Record show 5 yeas. At this point, we open the meeting to anyone who has public comments. Okay, motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Madam President, I'll make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Second motion.
Motion by Vice President Scott, second by Commissioner Pepper. Roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall? Absent. Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney, absent. Mrs. Maston?
Yes?
Madam President, roll call reveals 5 yeas, 2 absent.
Let the record show 5 yeas, 2 absent for the adoption of the agenda. At this point, we open the meeting to any public comments on any agenda items that aren't covered under public hearing. Anyone wish to address Levy Court?
If there's anyone joining us online that would like to make public comments at this time, please indicate by raising your electronic hand or pressing *3 if you're joining us by phone. I see no hands raised online at this time, Madam President.
Thank you. Motion to approve consent agenda 2512?
So moved, Madam President.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pepper, second by Commissioner Scott. Roll call?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall, absent. Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney, absent. Mrs. Maston?
Yes?
Madam President, roll call reveals 5 yeas, 2 absent.
Let the record show 5 yeas, 2 absents for the approval of the consent agenda 2512. We have no presentations, no public hearings. Any old business? Any new business?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm bringing Sam and Mr. Burkowski up to talk about the conciliatory agreement that we've making with DEMREC. It's all yours, gentlemen.
Madam President, members of the Levy Court, I've been serving as special counsel to the Levy Court to deal with a DENREC citation of violations that accumulate over a long period of time regarding the wastewater treatment plant and the pumping stations located within the county. And during the course of those discussions with DENREC, we attempted and were successful in negotiating a conciliation order, which you have before you. And what that conciliation order does is address some long-term problems that have existed with the overall sewage system, the treatment plant, and the distribution system leading to it. And what it did is it focused, too, on something that few people appreciate or understand, and that is that about 75% of the flow that comes into the sewer system comes from outside the county, from the cities and municipalities. And a major problem has occurred over time with the failing of some of those systems in terms of infiltration of water from rainfall events and also from groundwater intrusion. That in turn has on numerous occasions overwhelmed the hydraulic capacity at the treatment plant. As a result, DENREC had accumulated over a period of 8 years numerous violations which were self-reported, and the time had come really to address that. And DENREC came up with, and this was with the assistance of the county engineering department, come up with a series of commitments that the county has agreed to in terms of improving the overall system. It's a very, very comprehensive settlement. It's not something that snap your fingers happens lickety-split, but rather something that will take place over a number of years. And the county engineer has, I understand, developed a plan going forward, and DENREC has basically bought into the approach of trying to fix something that's been a long-term problem. So with that, that's the essence of it. One thing that DENREC did insist on is the imposition of a civil penalty. The civil penalty was for $400,000, but $200,000 has been deferred if the county adopts a grant program to assist the towns and cities in dealing with infiltration problems within their jurisdiction. So this was the essence of the settlement. I can say that it was appreciative that the Secretary of Natural Resources saw fit to work with the county And I think there's a commitment going forward that if we stay the course, the county stays the course, and continues progress in terms of improving things. And many of these measures, by the way, are underway. It's not just we're starting from scratch. I think it poses a very, very positive future. It's not to say there won't be violations in the future. I think along the way there probably will be. But I think there's a different mood in effect with DENREC in terms of working with the county to deal with this problem, as I think it is gradually corrected over time. With that, Sam, do you have anything?
Sure. Good evening, Commissioners. As Mike Murkowski just stated, that the $200,000 grant program, we will be bringing that to our Sewer Advisory Board to get input on how to use that money amongst all the different jurisdictions. So we'll be bringing that up in the next meeting, and we'll be collaborating with those municipalities.
Any commissioner questions for either Sam or Mr. Parkowski? Okay, thank you. Back to you, Commissioner Hertz.
Okay, if there's no questions, I move to approve the conciliation order by consent.
I believe you need to read the whole.
Okay. Whereas Delaware Department of Natural Resources has provided to Kent County a listing of self-reported historical violations of the county's MPDES permit related to operations of Kent County's regional wastewater treatment plant and the sewer line system located in the county, whereas DEMREC has proposed to resolve the violations and provide for long-term comprehensive improvements to the treatment plant and sewer system, recognizing that some improvements are currently underway through the conciliation order by consent, a copy of which is attached hereto as Exhibit A, and whereas Levy Court Commissioners have been briefed on the terms and conditions of the proposed conciliation order by consent, and whereas the county has engaged in good faith discussions with DEMREC, and it has been recommended by the county administrator and legal counsel that the proposed conciliation order by consent be accepted by the county, and now therefore it is moved that the county administrator is authorized by Levy Court to execute on the behalf of Kent County the proposed conciliation order by consent as it appears in Exhibit A hereto.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hertz, second by Vice President Scott. Any questions? Roll call?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall, absent. Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney, absent. Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 5 yeas, 2 absent.
Let the record show 5 yeas, 2 absent. Thanks so much, Sam and Mike Barkowski. Mr. Angel.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you. Donna?
Good evening. Donna Barnes, IT Director. Ooh, it's right there. We need to replace the network server farm. It was purchased from Sussex County a few years ago. During our intrusion, it replaced our equipment, which was very old, but the equipment we bought was already decommissioned by Sussex County. So there were already plans to replace that server farm, and it's been budgeted since FY20. And the price using the Dell contract with the state is $110,949.30. Any questions?
Any questions for Mrs. Barnes? Thank you. Back to you, Commissioner Angel.
Thank you. I move to approve the use of fiscal year 20 virtual machine server farm replacement capital project funds to replace the network server farm. Total cost $110,949.30.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Angel, second by Commissioner Hertz. Any questions? Roll call?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall, absent. Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney, absent. Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 5 yeas, 2 absent.
Commissioner Sweeney is out this evening, so I'll divert to Vice President Scott for the introduction of ordinance LC 2518.
Thank you, Madam President. This is an introduction of ordinance LC 2518, Register of Wills Fee Schedule Update, an ordinance to add new fees to Kent County Code, Chapter 128 Fees, Part 2, Fee Schedule, Article 11 Fees, enumerated 128-46, Register of Wills for public hearing on Tuesday, September the 16th, 2025 at 7 p.m.
Thank you. Mr. Scott, our Vice President Scott, introduction of Resolution 4128.
Thank you, Madam President. This time, introduction of Resolution 4128, resolution to extend the Kent County Stormwater Maintenance District pursuant to Chapter 52, Title 9 of the Delaware Code in Section 94E10, Chapter 187 of Kent County Code, other run for public hearing on Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025 at 7 p.m.
Thank you. On behalf of Commissioner Hall, could you do the appointment to the Library Advisory Committee?
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I am recommending that the Levy Court appoint the below named individual to serve on the Kent County Library Board. The term will continue until either Mr. Hall or his successor makes another appointment. This appointment will be confirmed by Levy Court at this meeting tonight. The name of the nominee is Debbie Magnan, and Ms. Magnan has a master's degree from the University of Delaware, a bachelor's degree from Rowan University. Vocation, she was a teacher for Cesar Rodney School District and volunteers at Bay Health. Qualifications related to the appointment was teacher for 40 years, 3rd grade, 1st grade, 3rd grade, reading specialist, Wilmington College, Delaware Tech. So I think she would be a great fit, and I think we have Ms. Hillary in the audience tonight. I don't know if she wants to add anything in reference to it or not.
We have a motion by Vice President Scott. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Pepper. Any questions? Roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall, absent. Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
I also know Debbie Magnan. I've known her quite some time. I think it's a great choice. Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney, absent. Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 5 yeas, 2 absent.
Thank you. Let the roll call show 5 yeas, 2 absents for the Library Advisory Board Committee appointment. I don't believe we have an executive session this evening. Am I correct? Any information items? Any public comment?
For our guests joining us online, if you'd like to make public comments at this time, please indicate by raising your electronic hand or pressing *3 if you're joining us by phone. I see no hands raised online, Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner comments?
Thank you, Madam
Vice President Scott?
Thank you, Madam President. I'd just like to acknowledge Mr. Hovis from Fire Service, as well as past Chief Eddie Welch, who is not only from the Fire Service, but he's also on the Sewer Advisory Board. I'd like to recognize both of them gentlemen for taking their time and come down tonight, as well as Hillary from our library. So, thank you.
Any other commissioner comments? Meeting's adjourned.